Right, another LinkedIn Live. I am loving these. Today I'm with Liam Black, who's the author of How to Lead with Purpose. There it is, look, Lessons in Life and Work from the Gloves Off Mentor. It's certified woo-woo free and no BS. So we don't often see that on a book, do you? So yeah, in case you're worried. Good to see you, Liam.
Good to see you, Alison. How you doing?
I'm really, really well. Bit hot, but really, really well.
Yeah, I have to say, during weather like this, I'm reminded that my genes are all west of Ireland, and we honestly, we're not made
Bring on the rain.
Yeah, and I'm desperate for a bit of grey cloud and a cool breeze whipping in off the Atlantic.
I'm sure you'll get it soon enough. Liam, I want to know first, why did you write How to Lead with Purpose, which is, I should say before we go any further, shortlisted in the leadership category for the Business Book Awards 2024. I'm having a chat to all the authors just to find out a little bit of the story behind them. So yeah, why this one? Why you?
Why did I write it? Well, the roots of it are in COVID, really, when loads of people, I was sitting down in the office at the bottom of my garden here and had lots of time on my hands, like lots of other people during those weird times. And lots of the people I mentor were getting in touch with me saying, oh, God, Liam, what do I do? And I was find myself giving out lots of advice. And then lots of other people got in touch with me via various platforms like LinkedIn. And then one of those people I was talking to said, have you written any of this down? And I said, well, yeah, kind of, so I thought, well, why don't I try and get into a book some of the advice that I give to people, and also the experience I've had with leaders and entrepreneurs who are trying to change the world, and do it through their stories, and do it in a way that's jargon-free, short, punchy, real. And that's how it came about, was to try and put together a short, punchy book that would be useful to people who are trying to lead with purpose at the center of their lives. Yeah, that's where it came from. So it was written not particularly to inspire people, but it was written to be helpful to people in the very messy, chaotic situations of trying to start businesses or work in complex organizations where your personal purpose runs up against the kind of brute realities of other people's purposes and those of systems and organizations.
My next question to you actually is sort of an immediate follow-on from that. It's like, why does this book matter? Give us a reason why it matters. And I particularly want to lean into that point about leading with purpose.
I think it matters for two reasons, really. It matters to people. Well, it matters to me because I want to have my voice heard in the world, and I think I've got something to say. And with your excellent support, Alison, I think I was able to say it as well as I am able to through the book. I think
it's like being in the room with you. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it was. It was a really good experience. And it matters to those entrepreneurs, social innovators, leaders who have decided to put a purpose to change the world at the heart of their work. It matters to them because it can be very isolating. It can be very lonely. It can, it pushes all of your buttons. So it matters because it offers really down-to-earth, practical advice from my own experience and the experience of other entrepreneurs and leaders. So I think that's why it matters. And then I think it matters to those who are contemplating leaving a cushy job, maybe to start their own business, or those who are in organizations thinking, oh, actually, is this the right place for me now? So for me, for the people currently trying to pursue a leadership around purpose, and those who think they might want to, it matters because you need a lot of support. You need a lot of advice. It can be very lonely. It can push all your buttons about an imposter and all that stuff. And it matters. It matters because it's useful, I think. I'll keep coming back to that. It's too many business books, in my view, obviously not the ones that you published, Alison. They're all brilliant. But so many business books that I get sent are kind of, okay, you've got this theory and you're writing about it for 300 pages and you've got your acronyms and you've got all of that, but it's not really rooted in the brute reality of leadership, the messiness, the chaoticness, the have I done the right thingness, and rarely is it done with humor. So I try to put a lot of humor in the book as well, which people have picked up on. So that's why it matters. Yeah, I wanted the content to matter to people, but I also wanted to write a book that was not like every other leadership book.
How did it change you, Liam?
How did it change? That's a really, really excellent question. It changed me as a writer. I think under your guidance and some of the other people in my life, I think it made me a better writer. The big thing that you taught me was that the first draft of this was a book about mentoring. The actual book at the end of the process is a book that I hope for any reader, it's an experience of being mentored. It has changed me. So when I write now, and I'm trying to write another book at the moment, I always think about, why is this useful? It might be of interest to you, Liam, but why is this useful to anyone who might be reading this? I think it didn't change me so much, just kind of remind me of what's important in my mentoring practice. The feedback I got. I mean, and one of the great things about having a book out there, despite the sometimes a horrible experience of trying to get the bloody thing finished, one of the best things is when a book is out there in the world, pretty much available to anyone in the world who wants it, you never know into whose hands it's going to fall. And so many of the people who've got in touch with me, I had no contact with before they got hold of the book. And to have them feeding back to me how useful they found some of the advice that was in there, as well as the way that it was written, really confirmed to me that my mentoring shtick of being very direct, rooting it in experience, not getting lost in abstraction, not coming up with sort of lots of theory, but very practical advice from my own experience and those of others, is the right way for me. And from what I've got back from the readers, the right way for many other people too. How else did it change me? That's a really, really good question. I'm going to have to think about that after we've finished talking. But I think it confirmed a lot of things for me. I tell you what, it did make me decide finally that I'm not a coach, and I'm not going to go and get any coaching qualifications, because I think if I do that, then I think it might remove the sort of gloves off, element that I bring to my practice, and I think that the people I work with and benefit from. But yeah, that's a really, really good question, and that's probably not a great answer, but I'm gonna.
I love watching people work the answer out on the hoof. I love it. Brilliant.
Yeah, might come with a better answer when I'm cooking dinner for my grandkids later on. If I do, I'll text it to you. You
could go live on LinkedIn yourself and say, I now have an answer to that question.
I have an answer. Yeah, the first one was good. This one's really good.
I want to know how you reacted. So when you found out that you had been shortlisted, I'm really intrigued. What was your response?
Oh, can I swear? No, it was a big surprise, actually. I'm a bit cynical about these sorts of competitions, having been a judge on some, not book ones, but other ones before. There's all sorts of pressures on judges. It's rarely done simply on the caliber of what's in front of you. There's all sorts of other things that come to bear. And when I heard that there were like 50,000 books that entered, or was it 800, 700? It was.
I think it's about 300. Yeah, but
okay.
Nearly 18,000. Yeah.
Yeah, nearly 18,000. Yeah, but precision is not one of my gifts. I thought, are people really going to read this? So I was absolutely delighted, actually, really, really pleased. My wife's very pleased that we can get out our glad rags and go to a black tie do. I still haven't found out, whether my black tie suit still fits me. So there might be a bit of a shock.
Still got a bit of time to do something about that. Be fine.
Yes, I'll have to get to the gym. No, so I was delighted. I was surprised. Very much looking forward to it. And I guess selfishly, if I win it, then I'll sell more books, and more people will be beneficiaries of my brilliant wisdom.
Nothing selfish about that. I'm fully behind that idea as well. Brilliant. Right, Liam, amazing to talk to you. Thank you so much for that. Delighted to have made you really think.
And obviously, I should say good luck to all the other shortlisted candidates, but I hope you lose and I win.
And on that note, thanks so much, Liam. Oh, I should say before we go, Liam's book and all the practical inspiration titles that are shortlisted, all 18 of them, are 99 pence on the Kindle store, or 99 cents, depending on where you are in the world. So Have a read if you haven't already.
What a bargain.
What a bargain. See you soon.
See ya. Bye.